Hey, brothers and sisters, this is Brother Steve here, coming back with another video. Shalom, bless y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Brothers and sisters, if y'all like this channel, like the video, give it a thumbs up, move it along. Go ahead and push it. Share it. This video won't be very long. I want to talk to those who are in this truth. Ones who believe that they have a calling upon their life. Brothers and sisters, there are those out there who are out for vainglory. Now, brothers and sisters, they may not be aware, so we have to bestow grace upon them. What I'm talking about? Well, let me read something for you. Now, brothers and sisters, those that have the Apocrypha, you can please follow with me. I want to read something out the book of Ecclesiasticus. Okay? Son of Sirach. The book of Ecclesiasticus, son of Sirach. Okay? And this is coming from chapter 3, verse 19. Okay? Let me show you real fast for those that are new to this channel. For those that are new to this channel, usually what I do is I use a multitude of canonized biblical records that confirm the Bible, which is the ultimate guide and book, the Holy Bible, King James Version. And time to time, brothers and sisters who are new to this channel and that are learning in this truth, I utilize what we call the Apocrypha, authorized King James Version. Once again, a record that was held by the majority of prestige universities, Cambridge, Oxford, your Ivy League universities, public universities. They've always had these records, including the Roman Vatican Catholic Church. So there's nothing new here, brothers and sisters. For those of you that are against these records, well, I'm going to say this to you. It's just not for you. See, we hold the Bible first and foremost. And these records were given to the Hebrews, the Israelites, the Negroes. So these are our Father's records. Christ studied from these records. The disciples studied from these records. The prophets also studied from these records. Okay? So, I want to read something to y'all. Now, I'm reading this because I want some of those out there who are learning, once again, the sole objective and direction in terms of the acquisition of knowledge, the acquisition of understanding, the perpetual development. Listen up. Many are in a high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? There are many people with prestigious titles, PhDs, masters, bachelors, who are considered well-renowned in high places. But the mysteries in themselves, the understanding, the spiritual understanding, the spiritual insight is given to the meek for the utilization towards Christ. First and foremost, For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. I think that says a whole lot. I think this says a whole lot, brothers and sisters. In the Bible, especially in this time, many of the mysteries of the kingdom are being opened up to us for understanding. And there are some of those that are acquiring this particular knowledge for self-gain. Woe unto you. Woe unto you who are operating in the mindset of Pharisee, Sadducee, scribe. If you are seeking validation and approval from men, to be looked upon, to be worshiped, you are in danger. Those of you that are learning, check yourself. Make sure that you have reverence and humble and meek. Nothing wrong with passion and zeal. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing. Those that are in the truth, that understand the Bible, that understand the gospel of Christ, we can discern and we see with our own two eyes. I knew once of a brother that I used to work with. Every time I would see him reading. So one day I stopped and I asked him, I said, brother, what you reading? Pulls out the book of Enoch. So, I entertained the conversation and I engaged with him. And the brother was very, very, very zealous, very knowledgeable. But brothers and sisters, over the course of time, when I would see him or we would cross paths, he would always want to get into what I'd call an undermining discourse to see who had more knowledge than the other. And as I noticed this, and identified, without saying it to him, he had a fixation on knowing the names of the angels, the pronunciations. I would always turn the conversation back to Christ. I asked him one time, I said, brother, listen, why would you want to be in charge of commanding angels? Now I understand in the Bible, it talks about we will judge angels. Men. The saints will judge angels. We'll judge the fallen ones. Yes. But for some reason, he was fixated on having the book of Enoch and wanting to be looked upon as well, you already know. I seen this brother about a year and a half. I seen this brother about a year and a half ago. I seen him at a store. He was talking to himself. I seen him from a distance. He was talking to himself. I started praying for him. We got in line. I got in line. He seen me. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't really trying to converse with him like that, but I did anyway because of the Spirit of Christ in me. Asked him how he was doing, this and that. Chopped it up with him for a little bit. Then we got outside. We leaving the store. I noticed he was angry. He had a huge amount of energy coming from him, and I felt it. Now this was at the beginning. This was at the beginning of the pandemic. When we got outside, brothers and sisters, I asked him about his family, his brothers. He was telling me about his brothers a while ago. You know how his brothers was I think, ill or something of that nature. You know, like I said, I remember him telling me something about his brothers at work. To make a long story short, brothers and sisters, is this. When I told him, once he was done speaking and communicating, and the conversation was over, I told this brother, I said, listen, you continue to follow the Most High in Christ. And his next response really surprised me. You know what he said? He said, F the Most High. And when he said that, my eyes got big, and I started backing away from him very, very slowly. Yeah, he had it on him. Demon afflicted. The brother wasn't in his right mind, and I could tell. So what am I trying to say, brothers and sisters, for those that are learning this truth, that have a hunger for the thirst and pursuit of the acquisition of knowledge, spiritual knowledge? The sole direction is to point people towards Christ, first and foremost. Anything outside of that is fruitless. See, you have to be able to handle it. See, brothers and sisters, you have to have what I call the capacity. You have to have the capacity to deal with people with wisdom. Think about that for a second. If your mindset is right, if your mindset is not Christ-centered, how can you have the capacity to do this thing, spread this gospel, do this work, if your intentions ain't right? What good is the knowledge of all these books if it's to hold yourself up above others that may not be where you at? See, some of y'all find out about these books and you try to acquire meat before you drinking milk. It can steer you off the path. See, that's how the enemy can trick you. See, Satan knows these books too. He has the same understanding and knowledge too. He's very well versed. He was there, remember? The angel of light, the illuminated one. See, sometimes the enemy can take what you're learning and can cause a disruption in your walk if you're not aware. With as much knowledge comes much grief. If Christ came to set the captives free, then you are also to operate in that same vein or mindset. Brothers and sisters, there's nothing wrong with coming up higher. Take your time. Take your time. I can remember meeting a brother that was talking about Solomon. Solomon did this, Solomon built that, King David, Solomon. And I'm listening to the brother, I'm just like, okay, that's good and all. But guess what? He ain't mentioned nothing about Christ. And I sat and I talked to him, I'm like, brother, I'm like, brother, let me tell you something. It's good that you have this knowledge. But guess what? David ain't going to get you in the king of heaven. Solomon ain't going to get you in the king of heaven. Idris ain't going to get you in the king of heaven. Idris is also known as Ezra, y'all, in the King James Version Bible. In the Apocrypha, he's called Idris. Same person. So I had to basically tell this brother, like, look, man. And he listened. And guess what? He was willing to receive. And I actually told him, I said, brother, it's a good thing that you want to learn. The Most High, the Most High ain't got no problem with that. But knowledge puffeth one up. And I had to tell him, like, look, man, take your time. Stay Christ-centered. Not everything that we read in this Bible is Christ-centered. You understand what I'm saying? We all know what happened to Solomon. Perfect example. If Christ came to give life and life more abundantly, how can you follow Solomon? The brother was into pagan worship and idolatry. And I had to explain this to this young brother. And I told him, I said, look, man. I said, look here, little homie. I love you enough to tell you the truth. You need to unlearn and relearn now. And whoever you've been learning from, guess what? If they the ones teaching you this, they in danger too. He understood. And he was willing to receive. So, hey, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to share this with y'all. Keep on walking. Keep on talking. Keep on praying. Keep doing that thing. Stay humble. All right? All right. May the Most High God, Ahaya, Bashem Yeshaya, where we're walking Christ, continue to bless every single one of you. Praying for the other brothers and sisters across this world who are being persecuted, afflicted for Christ's name's sake. We must keep them in prayers, intercede, send out missiles of fire on their behalf for protection. We understand the prophetic times we're in. Stay strong in your walk. I'll see y'all next time. Shalom. Bless y'all. Love y'all. Peace.